gave y'all a little time to sleep and y'all still came in here tired. That must have been the party last night. Y'all have a good time? Absolutely, absolutely. So look, good morning. Good morning. Oh, that's a little bit better. Let me try this side over here. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, give them a round. They woke up. All right. You got your green stuff. Scott, green stuff over here in case you need some green stuff. Good. He's good. Okay. Well, guys, my name is Malcolm D. Alexander. I appreciate you guys coming out. Give yourself a round of applause for being here. We're going live today, so definitely be on your P's and Q's. And we want to make sure we put a good image out there to the world. But I'm excited, guys. I'm a founding member and director here with SURGE365. Anybody know what SURGE365 is? Yeah. Okay. Some of y'all trying to figure out what it is today? Where are our guests? Where are our guests coming in today, taking a look at us stuff? Good. Congratulations. Give them a round of applause. All right. As we fill in. Guys, you know, I've been in this industry now for probably going on 20 years. Time just sort of flew by. You know, I had a lot of fun, a lot of success in the industry, helped a lot of people do the same thing. But I believe that Surge is about on the verge of doing another disruption of the travel industry. Is that okay? Yeah. People want to know, well, what's going to happen? What is that? You know what I mean? But I was thinking back, and I put together this little presentation when we first got started. It was like there was really the email was new, and the you know, smartphones hadn't even been invented yet. Now my kids can't understand that at all. Like, well, Dad, you didn't have a phone. You had to go to this pay phone thing, you know. And people think that money isn't a big deal, but when we had the pay phones, people used to dive and look in that little slot for that quarter, and you got so excited if it was in there, right? You didn't have to spend your quarter, right? Well, guys, this industry has changed so many people's lives financially. Yeah. And when we got into the travel industry years ago, right, it not only changed your life financially, but it changed your lifestyle. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so, but our founders of our company put together something that had never been heard of, never been done. Well, people had tried, they hadn't succeeded at it, right? And they did it a little bit different. And then they came along years later and helped launch this company called SURGE365, which actually gave people discounts. Right? Because the travel industry don't give you discounts. You think they do. It's just a mirage, right? And then, following that, here we are today, fast forward, and we're about to do it again. We just can't tell you all of it. Is that okay? But if you're here today, that means you're at the right place at the right time. And we have our CEO I get a chance to bring to the front of the room. Now, the good news is, his father's coach. So he passed on a lot of things in the genes. And our president, Chris Coakley, said one of the things he passed on is maybe he can't keep a secret like his father. So because you're here today, maybe you'll find out some stuff that's about to happen. But you didn't hear from me. The CEO's here, right? And guys, you're going to hear from some of our incredible founding members and directors. Some of them are in the house today. You're going to see Mr. Lasson here on the front row. We're going to hear from him a little bit later. This is Kelly over here. All right, the other ones the Browns are here. Who else is here? Founding members, director. Yeah, y'all coming up. Okay. Almost got me. Jeannie and Bill over there in the corner. All right. Well, guys, I'm not going to steal any more of their thunder. I want to bring a gentleman to the stage. He's become a very good friend of mine. He's been in this industry for many, many, many years. I'm sure he'll tell you a little bit of his story. He's a pioneer in the fact that he got into this industry just to sort of have fun and to help people. And next thing you know, he found himself as an attorney and an administrator and a CEO. But when you're the boss, you can turn the CEO part to other people. So he even brought in a code so he could just hang out with y'all, right? And so, you know, he loves to help people. Guys, he's made a tremendous amount of money in this industry. He's traveled the world and helping people. And he knows all the facts. He's always studying. I walked up to him just now and I said, you changed stuff in the presentation? No, I'm just studying. Something he's done over and over and over again. But that's what an absolute leader does, right? They want to prepare all the time, make sure they bring you the best from the front of the room. So without further ado, can you please stand to your feet and welcome our CEO, Scott Tomer.
Good job, buddy. Good job, man. All right. All right. Well, hey, thank you. Yeah, we got Eugene here. He's scared away. All right. Hey, thank you. Hey,
I appreciate you being here today. Guests, thank you for coming out. If you're tuning in on Facebook, thank you for joining us for this live presentation. And before we get started, I just want to kind of maybe set the ground rules as I see them. If you are a guest today, when we're done, if this doesn't make sense to you, all right, then don't walk, run to your car. All right, now be careful because you get lost down here. It was a maze getting here. I was looking for the crumbs to kind of lead me here, right? But if I've already told you if it doesn't make sense, it's okay to say no. Then doesn't it make sense to at least listen? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. And then there's another thing that I'd like you to do. Okay, I'm gonna ask a lot of questions as we go through this. And so when I ask a question, just do me a favor. I mean, I understand this is the universal symbol for yes. This means no. But please respond out loud, because what I found is that the better the audience is, the better speaker is.
Yes.
All right, and that's always the case. We feed off your energy. But here's kind of the catch. The better I am, the more money you make. Alonzo, that always gets people, that gets them, okay? So look, we're here today to talk about increase your income and how to increase your wealth. And, you know, I just believe in listening. If I'm going to talk about wealth, I believe in listening to wealthy people. So the third wealthiest person in the world is Warren Buffett. And what he says, if you're going to increase your wealth, the best way to do that is to start a business. But he has a caution, if you will. He says if you're going to start a business, make sure that business you start is something the world does.
Yes.
Okay? Don't start a business selling 8-track tapes. That's probably not a good start. All right? So if you look at the world and what the world does, then I believe if you're going to look at that, then look at the world's largest industry. And travel and tourism is the largest industry in the world.
Yes.
All right? Let me give you an idea how big it is. All right? In 2017, it was $8.3 trillion. Now, maybe in the D.C. area, you guys know about trillions because we get that much debt. Okay, I mean, so maybe you guys just know what that is. Most people struggle with what a trillion is. I'm gonna just break it down to the lowest increment of time. It's $263,000 a second. Let me ask you just a question. How many seconds at $263,000 to be pretty good financially? A minute? Less than a minute? All right, that's the size of the industry. So if you want to increase your wealth, and Warren Buffett says the best way to do that is by starting a business, make sure the world does it, and the largest industry is travel, then there's one question that remains. With whom are you going to do it? Yep. And I just believe you pick people with a track record. Yep. Because if somebody's done it before, good chance they know how they did it. That's right. And they can do it again. And so here's our track record. The founders of the company, and I got to tell you, we started really just like you. I mean, we sat in a seat, we heard something, it kind of made sense. We were apprehensive. Can I do it? Will it work? Will other people see this? But we just got started. And over time, we worked from just being like you, brand new looking, to eventually starting a company. And I just got to tell you that what's happened is today we're responsible for over $3 billion in travel sales. Now, I appreciate you cheering for us, but here's what that meant for people like you. Over $250 million in commissions has been paid to people just like you for telling folks about us. So that's a big deal, all right? Folks, there are 50,000 $1,000 bonuses that have been paid to people for sharing the message you're going to hear today, all right? There's another 500 $10,000 bonuses. And folks, there are over 100 people, and this is very conservative. There's probably approaching 500 to 1,000 that in their careers with us have made more than $1 million. All right, so that's our track record. All right. Now you might be asking yourself, okay, well, how'd you do it? All right, let me just explain real quick how we did it. Let's just say that you have a choice, and you can buy the very same hotel room, the very same cabin on a cruise ship. It's at the very same time, location, everything's the same. And you have the choice, and you can buy that from someone you don't know. You can buy that from a Faceless Corporation or your mom. Who do you buy from?
Mom.
Mom wins every time. Okay? Because Expedia Travelocity, those people aren't inviting us over for Thanksgiving. But if we got a chance to buy from mom and don't, that's not good. All right? Mom's going to remember. All right. Now, that's how we did $3 billion in sales. That's how we paid out $250 million in compensation to people. It was the same price. That's it. Now, let me ask you this. What if it was cheaper more than 80% of the time? How many people would buy from you? Everybody. So everyone says everyone, which is like everyone squared. That's a lot. That's like everybody times everybody. All right? So that's what we did. We created this concept, folks. All right? And it's called the vortex. This is what it looks like. All right? Just, you know, like most of the internet sites that are out there. But there's a difference. All right? Your customers get free access, no different than what's out there with the big guys. It's the same hotels, cruises, and car rentals. I really want to stress this. It's the same thing, the same time. If it's available through the big online guys, it's available through us. All right? If it's not available through us. As long as it's available to them, we got it too. All right? They're going to save money, and you earn 60% of what they save.
Wow.
All right? Which means you're now opened up for business 24/7. Let's look at an example. All right, this is lodging close to the main gate at Disney. All right, and you know what they say? Disney is the most expensive, happiest place on earth. I got that. Just went there last year. It was more expensive than happy for me. Anyway, so this is close to the main gate. All right. 7 nights in a 2-bedroom. You know the great thing about a 2-bedroom? Kids got their own room, grandkids got their own room, you got your own room. All right? That's the difference between a trip and a vacation. All right? So the lowest price you can find online. Now understand, we search across 17, I believe it's 16 or 17 of the sites to bring to the lowest possible price. Let me help you here. If you're going to compare, you got to make sure that you go all the way to the checkout. Because what they do not include in that price that says here's the price per night is taxes and fees, which means by the time you check out, it could be somewhere between 15 and 25% more. So just make sure if you're comparing, go all the way to the end to make sure you see that, all right? So the lowest price we could find online, $1,641 through the Vortex. Now, how much did it cost customers to check the Vortex? It's free. It costs nothing. They don't pay anything, all right? And here's the price through the Vortex. $1,167. All right, now that's a savings of $474. Let me ask you a question. Do you know anyone who's going to be upset with you for saving them $474 to stay in the very same place they were going to stay? Are you sure? So nobody's going to be mad at you. See, the difference between us and most companies is most companies are out there saying, buy my product, it's almost as good as, or it's better than. I know you've never heard of it. You might not even need it. See, ours is, people were going anyway. They want to stay in the hotel anyway. And we saved them $474. So you said that won't upset any of your friends? No. Well, this is going to make you mad. We're going to send you a check for $284. You don't sound mad. You see what just happened? And I want to make sure you're getting this, because the people were already going. These are your friends that were already taking their family to Disney. They were going anyway, the very same days, times, dates, hotel, everything. In this example, saved them $474, we sent you a check for $284. Hey, I could do this all day. I'm just going to give you a couple more examples. Here's New York, 3-night weekend. Instead of $1,174, $800, $374 savings. Again, is anybody going to be upset? No. I mean, basically what you did is you maybe paid for a show for a couple, or a night out for a couple while they were there, staying at the very same place they were going to stay. Here's Rome, okay, and we sent you a check for $224. All right. Here's Rome, 7 nights, instead a savings of $406. Now, folks, again, I can't stress this enough. The people were already going. You didn't say, wouldn't you like to go to Rome? They were going to Rome. You just said, hey, check out this site and see if it will save you money. It has saved others money. And they check it out. They save $406. We send you a check for $244. And it works this way all the time. That's what the vortex is. All right? Hey, let me ask you a question. Where would you go if we showed you how to make $6,000? So, okay, let's just fast forward 12 months from today. It's next October. You've made $6,000. On a count of 3, shout out where you'd go. 1, 2, 3. Man, you can't even. Y'all can't wait 12 months. Y'all can't even wait. Y'all can't even wait till I count to 3. Okay. Hey. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, me too. Oh, see, I want to see the world. But see, why don't most people go? It's not because they don't have a dream and a desire. It's because they don't have the money. So we showed you how to make $6,000. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, it starts with just think of the number of people you know. Through social media, through groups and organizations, maybe Little League sports teams, your church, PTA. All right, think about the people you work with, acquaintances that you have, the people that you do business with, your family, your friends. Folks, do you see where it would be if you, okay, have you ever shared on social media where you got a buy one, get one or something free or a great deal? Has anybody ever done that? Yeah. You've done that. Did the company that you did that for send you a check? No. They didn't? Why not? I mean, seriously, I'm trying to figure it out because we do. So would it make sense that you would say to somebody, hey, I found a great place you could save money on travel, won't you check it out? You send them a link, they check it out. Next time they go, and by the way, we remind them on a weekly basis about the deals that they can get. So maybe the deals we're talking about aren't the deals they're looking for, but we just send it to them to say, you know, those aren't interesting, but I was looking to go to New York. Let me see what they got. Oh, wow, I saved money. We send you a check. Do you know that if 1/3, okay, so if 200 hotel nights were booked in the course of the next 12 months with the $50 average savings. Now, does the $50 average savings per night seem reasonable based on what we've looked at? Yeah. That seems reasonable, okay? A lot of you doing this, but your mouths ain't working. Okay? So we just got to say, so how do we get 200 hotel nights? Well, here's the thing. If the average person has 338 Facebook friends, if 30% of those spent one weekend a year, 2 nights, you just made $6,000. Does that seem unreasonable? No. Okay, because here's what I know. Everybody who likes you will check out your site. Yes. But if you save them money, there's some people not crazy about you. Will still check out your site. Because it's not about their friendship, it's about their money. That's right. All right? Hey, there's other ways you can make more money with us in travel. You can decide that you want to become a travel agent, and you can do that with us. You can get your certification. All right. We're access to all the top travel vendors in the world. All right. And we have comprehensive training where we can teach you how to turn groups, organizations, people, marriages, weddings, those kind of things into compensation. All right. The founder of that company was Kim Sorensen. He would say this all the time. Everybody's a group waiting to happen. Yeah. You know, what's that mean? All right. Well, it just means that if you just kind of become the Pied Piper, hey, I've always wanted to go on an Alaskan cruise. I'm going next summer. Anybody want to go? And you just do that, and you'll be surprised how many people end up going. My cousin did this, and he works at a casino in Vegas, and before he knew it, there were 70 couples going with him. Just because he said, I'm going. Anybody want to go? All right. That's what we're talking about making more money in travel. You know, and ownership has its privileges. You realize that, right? Yeah. So let's look at becoming a platinum owner with us, because you get even bigger discounts on your personal travel, and I'm going to show you how to get free vacation. Yeah. Is anybody interested in free vacation? Because that free's cheaper than discount. It's like 100%. All right. So let's just look at examples here. Here's Vegas 7 nights, 4 adults staying in a 2-bedroom accommodations, and the cheapest you can find online, $1,386. All right. So that's the cheapest you can find it. which isn't bad, all right? But when you're a platinum owner, that cost goes down to $459, which means you're up $927 before you ever hit the tables. Probably the most you're going to be up all week. Hey, here's this place is pretty spectacular. This is actually a 6-star resort. Didn't know they had such a thing, but at like $1,000 a night, it better be 6 stars. All right. But instead of spending $6,700, if you wanted to go to Bora Bora, we're talking about $3,400. So see, with what we talked about earlier, you've made $6,000. Now we cut the price in about half, which means that you can pay your airline tickets, all the stuff you want to do, and go there, mark that off your bucket list. All right. Here's Alaskan Cruise. Balcony stateroom, which is the only way to do it. 2 adults, $4,700 is cheapest you're going to find it online. And see, I know this because I'm the one who did this comparison. I picked the very same cabin on the very same ship at the very same date. I did this. I know this is exact. But all these comparisons, I'm the one that did them. Okay? And instead of spending $47.20, folks, you can go for $35.27, 25% off. See, that savings of $1,200 pays your airline tickets to get to the Alaskan Cruise. See, and again, I could do this all day long. You can't pick a place, a time, high season, low season. Folks, this is what we do. All right? I talked about free vacations. We got something called a vacation vault. And here, are you interested with like the credit card points you get from credit cards, or you make your purchases, and so that's what these reward credits are like. The difference is when your customers purchase through your Vortex, when you're a platinum owner, they're going to get their credit card points because they bought, but you're going to get reward credits, which are just like those credit card points. And I want you to think about this for a second. Imagine how quickly points would accumulate if you were getting the credit card points from everybody you know and their purchases. Okay, that's what the vacation vault is. So you just got to think about how quickly you can qualify for free vacations. See, I believe this just makes sense. I believe it makes sense to have significant income by sharing savings. Does that make sense to anybody else? Yes. Okay. See, I think it makes sense to get free vacations. I love free. Okay, I love free on stuff I don't want. Right? I've never turned down, Chris, I've never turned down free. Don't want it, it's free. Yep, I'll take 2. All right. Does it make sense that you could have substantial earnings as a travel agent? And kind of turn those things that are going on around your family into compensation? All right. Doesn't it make sense to get the guaranteed lowest price on your personal travel? See, so I believe that all makes sense. So you're sitting there saying, okay, well, Scott, what's his cost? Okay, for the platinum subscription, we're looking at $499 one time, $63.54 a month. All right. Now here's the thing. Look, I am sure that there are some guests here who's saying, okay, I really didn't have any idea what this was about, how much it was going to cost. Makes sense to me. But Scott, I mean, look, there's been a lot of times in my life before I got in this industry that $499 was like, I want it. I just can't do it today. Well, that's not a problem. We can get you started at $199 today. You can take advantage of the Vortex, okay, the income opportunity, and the couple things I'm going to show you about here in a minute. And then you can always upgrade later. Okay? But see, here's the other thing that we can do. Okay? The biggest reason that people do not take risk is because of the fear of failure. What if I do this and it doesn't work? Well, here's the thing I'd like to challenge you with. All right? Since neither of us know how this is going to work out, what if it does? So everybody looks at what if it doesn't, but what if it does? See, that's how but let's just talk about that risk. See, we got something called the risk-free guarantee that just says this. If you refer 10 customers to the Vortex on a monthly basis, they do not have to buy, they just got to get their account. All right? Does that sound like it's superhuman effort? Okay, so we're good there. All right? You complete our 60-day training, which we're going to deliver to your phone, takes about 10 minutes a day. There's no tests. Don't tell anybody. We don't even check to see if you completed it. We're just assuming if you bought a business that you're going to. All right? And if it's 10 minutes a day delivered to your phone, I think most people will. Yeah. So if you do those two things at the end of the year, if you're not happy with financial results, we will buy your business for what you spent minus what you've earned. Yeah. So if we just took the risk away of failure, if failure means I didn't lose, okay, failure is I lost money, and we just took that off the table, then doesn't it make sense that you give this a shot? Yeah. See, that's how I look at our business. You know, there's something else we could do. If you're looking at that monthly fee saying, well, I'd rather not have to pay that monthly fee, I agree. All right? I don't like monthly fees either. So what we've got is we've got something where you can eliminate your monthly fee by basically referring 3 people like you who look at this and say, well, that just makes sense. And as long as those 3 people stay active, you're 100% free of that monthly fee. All right? So let me ask you a question. All right, we started off by saying we're gonna show you how to increase your income. Have I done that? Yes. Okay, you sure? Yes. So we've shown you how to increase your income. Would anybody like to see how to increase your wealth? Yes. Now, if you increase your income over time, you can become wealthy. You save the money, you invest it. But what if there was a way to build a distribution outlet that could create your wealth much quicker? Anybody interested? Yes. All right. Well, I'm going to ask my co-founder and partner, Dr. Chris Coakley, to come up and talk about that. Chris?
Thank you. Give Scott a hand. Did he do a great job? I think he absolutely did. He showed you how you can increase your income and have the ability to take some of that money, that's $6,000, and go anywhere you want to go. And you guys screamed out pretty quickly where you want to go. So you've already been thinking about that, right? Yeah. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about increasing your wealth. And the way that I'm going to talk to you about doing that is, as he said, building a network that will allow you to multiply the efforts of other people. But also I'm going to talk to you about an incredible program that we have in place for leadership development. Does that make sense? Yes. Do I have a guest anywhere in the front area that I can have help me with this presentation? Can the guests are hiding now? They're like, I'm not helping with the presentation. If he'd have just said guest, I would have been okay, but then he said help with the presentation. Can I get some help with the presentation? Because think about it like this, guys. If you shared this with 10 people you know, how many of them do you think would be interested? See, if you shared this with 10 people, and when I say share it, I mean get them to either hear Scott explain it or one of our other great leaders who can explain it just as well. All you got to do is make the introduction. How many, sir, do you think out of 10 would be interested? What, all 10? You think all 10? Anybody have a different number than all 10? So unanimously, most of the room thinks all 10, right? Well, let's look at what happens immediately if that's the case. See, when the first 3 say that they like it and get started, you'll qualify for our quick start bonus. That's a $150 bonus that you can get in your first 8 days in business with us. Plus you get paid $30 every time each one of them becomes a platinum. That's $240 if just 3 out of 10. If just 3 out of 10 say that they like it. But if we continue to get to at least 7 out of 10, then you'd qualify for our $1,000 bonus plus 50 for each person that got started at platinum. That's a total earnings in your first 30 days of $1,440. See, I heard Scott earlier say, well, I know if you're a guest, you didn't know what you were coming to, and most likely you didn't have an extra $500 already sitting aside in your budget, and so now you've got a tough decision to make. Well, I think we just made that decision easier, don't you think? Because I can put off anything for 30 days. Oh, don't act like you guys don't do it either, you know. We got that little program we got our bills set up on the kitchen table, you know, right? And you got that pile that says pay now, right? Then you got that pile that say pay later. And then that third pile, I hope these go away. And then the following month, hope go away, become the pay now, right? And then you got the pay later, and I hope these go away. So if I knew I put $500 into a business that they'd show me how to make $1,440, by the end of my first 30 days, I could put that $500 back to pay the bill and have $900 plus to pay some of the hope go away. Right? So that the following month, you just got pay now and pay later. You're always going to have them 2 piles. That's just the way we think, right? And see, that $1,000 bonus isn't a one-time deal. See, every time your team builder group grows by a multiple of 7 platinums, you get a $1,000 bonus. You continue to qualify for as many $1,000 bonuses as you want to infinity. So, I mean, it just continues to multiply. And that's 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000. See, I don't know about you guys. You know, we have it set up in our back office. It's so simple that you don't need any training to understand it. See, it's got little stick people. And every time somebody joins, a stick person turns blue. And every time it hits 7, you get 1,000. Yeah. And then it keeps going, the little stick people. See, I don't know about you. I would spend most of my days just watching the stick people. I'd take breaks to eat in the bathroom, right? Come back and check my stick people. Because some of these people will join your organization in other states. Some will join in other countries. Yes. Right. Right. Some you'll meet and some you'll never even know as this network starts to expand. Yes. Man, it's incredible. And you still qualify to continue to get $1,000 bonuses. Now, if that network continues to grow to a multiple of 100, you qualify for our coveted $10,000 bonus. 10,000, right? And when you qualify for a $10,000 bonus, the total compensation when you add up all your $1,000 bonuses along the way is $26,000. See, guys, I don't know about you, but you know, $10,000 is, I remember when I got my first $10,000 bonus. Man, it was such an exciting time, but I was nervous because I was like, I don't know if this company's for real, right? And I wanted to make sure they weren't getting that $10,000 back. See, if you anything like me, anything I get, once I get it, you ever see Little Rascals? They tried to do a math equation with alfalfa. They said, if you had 6 apples and you get 2, and he said, hold on, I ain't giving 2 apples to nobody. You understand? They couldn't even get the equation, for example, down. See, once I get $10,000, I ain't giving it back to nobody, right? I remember taking it to the bank, standing in line like everybody else, and got to the front and handed them a $10,000 check. I was nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if they was going to think it was fake and lock me up. I didn't know what. So I handed them $10,000. They go, oh, Mr. Coakley, catch a $10,000 check. You've got to come into the back room. I said, I didn't even know y'all had a back room. I've been banking with this bank for how long? I ain't never been invited to the back room, right? So they hit the little buzzer, and I got to go around the back, and they took me into a nice lounge area with coffee and danishes. And they said, you sit here, Mr. Coakley, we'll count out the money, bring it back here for you to count out yourself. And I'm sitting there looking around going, why they ain't never invite me in the back room, you know? I'm really stuck on that whole secret room thing, you know? And I start thinking of all the bank fees I've paid over the years, and yet I have never been offered a Danish. So I proceeded to try to eat as many Danishes to make up for all the years that I had never been invited in the back room, you know? And then they showed up with all the money, and they said, take your time and count it. And of course I did. And then I proceeded to shove it in every place I could possibly stick. See, I grew up in the hood. You don't leave a house with money, openly in your pocket. You must always assume there's 4 people waiting for you outside of everything. That's how we grew up. And y'all laugh, but I remember when I was very young, when I learned this lesson, my brother said, okay, put your money in your sock. And I said, why did I put my money in my sock? I put my money in my pocket. He put his money in his side. 2 blocks down, we got robbed. They got my money, they didn't get his money. Because his money was in his sock. Valuable lesson, right? From that moment on, I said, you know what, every time you leave the house, you need to be prepared for the fact there might be 4 people waiting. So I stuck that money everywhere, and then I started to walk out the bank as normal as I can. Right? And then I got home and did our security banking system. You all know what it is. Take the money, divide it up, put it in multiple places. I had money under the blanket, money in the coffee can, money in the pockets of some stuff in the closet. If they was going to get this $10,000 back, it was going to be a scavenger hunt. You understand that? It wasn't like they was just going to show up at the door and say, hand it to me. They was going to have to break that house down to get that money. I was sure And then you know what we do when we got that much money in the house? Every other day we do what? Pull it all out and count it again. Every 2 days, ain't nobody even been in the house, but you count it again. Because you never know what ghosts might be criminal too, you know? They ain't trusting nothing. The ghosts, roaches, rats, all of them. All of them after your money, right? Hey guys, but you know something about this company that I love? I love the fact that the company anticipates the needs of the people. And when the company started to think there are people out there that have made a lot of money and might now find themselves in between jobs. There's people out there that are in emergency situations where their house is about to be foreclosed on, or their car is about to be repossessed, or they've got kids, multiple kids sometimes, in college that they've got to pay expenses for. Even some kids that's just in private school or daycare can mount up to be an expense that you can't handle. And so the company said, what will we do for people getting started, but really need to make big money now? And what the company came out with for a limited time is that if you earn a $10,000 bonus and you do it in your first 100 days, the company will then give you an additional $25,000 bonus. Now you guys don't hear me. I'm saying that you'll make $26,000 when you hit the 10, get $25,000 more. That's $51,000 in 100 days that you qualify for that. See, some of y'all, you're not clapping because you're like, well, you know, is that really a big deal? Hey, look, guys, let me put my financial analyst cap on for a second. You know, 88% of America makes less than $35,000 a year. $50,000 a year would put you in the top 10% income earners in the country. And I'm talking about doing it in 100 days. See, that's not just good, that's phenomenal. And what a huge difference that would make in anybody's. Anybody in this room would be impacted greatly by 50 grand in the next 100 days. Absolutely. Change your life. And then, guys, we've got all the other big things and goodies that you look for in a company and that you look for in a home-based business. If you've been in the networking or home-based business industry before, these are terms that I'm sure you're waiting for me to talk about, which is the personal money you can make as a team builder, the 100% check match guarantee. Yes, we've got residual income so you can build a legacy that you can leave to your children's children of $2 to $6. We got Team Builder Group with the $1,000 that I talked about. We've got 6 Team Builder generations through infinity that'll pay you and build up monthly income. We've got guaranteed monthly income so you can get a consistent, steady flow of income coming into your household. See, if you name it, we've got it in our compensation plan to allow you to build an incredible business. But now I want to take some time and talk to you about the greatest leadership development program I think ever created. And what do I mean by leadership development? See, our guys don't just become successful, but we incentivize them to teach you how to become successful. See, most companies aren't set up that way. See, most companies, it's really every person for themselves. They create a facade that they're going to help you build a business, but you know, their objective is to sell the product. See, they get a nice little box of product and they tell you how great the product is and how many different illnesses it'll heal and all the different stuff you can do with it, right? They get it all set up nice and pretty for you, and then they sell you the box. Right? And then now it's up to you to be able to explain to somebody else how great it is and get them to buy your box, either the whole box or in individual packets, while they move on and find somebody else to sell a box to. See, it's kind of like that game Hot Potato. Whoever gets stuck with the potato, you lose. See, if you get stuck with the box, you lose. You end up with a garage full of healing oil. And then you know what happens after that. That's what people get for Christmas for the next 5 years. Everybody in your family going, if they give me one more healing oil for Christmas. Because you're trying to give it away. Remember that company had that soap on the rope? Man, it seemed like the greatest idea they ever came up with, right? They throw everybody in the world. You bought your whole body. Everybody gonna want soap on the rope. You know how irritating it is to drop soap? Hey, look, it's only irritating to drop soap if you're in prison. I drop soap all the time, and I just pick it up. I'm in there by myself. It ain't dangerous. Ain't like I gotta look behind me. Ain't nobody in there. So you buy that box, you think it's gonna sell out quick, and now you got soap on the rope for 5 years. And everybody getting soap on the rope. See, this is not the case. Here, our leaders are incentivized to help you get to the position that they are. See, they want you to win sometimes better than you want to win. They're working with you, they're helping you, they're motivating, because when you make money, they make money. See, they don't make money and you get stuck. They only make money when you make money. See, if you make zero, they get a 100% check match of zero, which is what?
Zero.
I don't know about you, but I didn't come here to make zero. See, I'm going to make sure you make money. If I got to whisper to you what to do while you sleep, you're going to learn, right? Well, let me show you why it's so important. With a director program like this, it's absolutely incredible. See, you build a team in this company and become a level 1 director when you've helped 250 people successfully come on board in our business, and you get a $1,000 bonus. And you get the new director blazer. Now, let me first address the $1,000 bonus, because some of you look like, well, that's not really that much. That's $12,000 a year bonus. If you don't think that's a lot of money when you leave here on Monday, I want you to go to your boss and ask for a $12,000 raise. And then after you pack your box up and give up your security key, you come on back and get started with us. Because for a $12,000 raise, they will let you go before they'll give you that. Right? Now, y'all out here in this D.C. area, everybody out here work for government. You can't get a $12,000 raise in the government by asking. They will take your security key, won't they? So that's a lot of money. Hey, and then you got that level 1 director blazer. We got some level 1 directors in the room. I need you to come up here and model that blazer for me. Let people see what a level 1 director looks like. When you see this blazer, you know this is a person who they've built teams of hundreds of people, and they help people become successful every day. All right, Strong J, work it out. There it is. And then you see they add their own little personal diamonds and flares and all kinds of stuff. That's what happens when you get these ladies. Y'all want to say a few words real quick? That's not quick enough.
Good morning. Listen, let me tell you, 7 years ago, I started in the travel industry. 3.5 years ago, I've been doing this now full time. Best decision I ever made in my life, to be my own boss, have the flexibility to do what I want to do what I want to do, and have that extra income coming in no matter where I am.
Exactly. And just like her, I had my own business. For those of you who remember the recession, I'm one of the people that did not get through successfully, and I'm excited to start this. But here's the thing, I'm going to give to you what Grandma used to say. You know, repair your roof while the sun is still shining. See, I thought the sun was shining with the dealership, but I forgot it was going to rain. Grandma used to say, don't put off till tomorrow what you need to get done when. Today. And time waits for who? Nobody.
All right. You know, it's funny how all our grandmothers was always smart. Wasn't that something? It's like no matter who I talked to, all our grandmamas knew the answer to everything. It's like they went to Grandma University or something. I don't know. And what they didn't know the answer to, they just beat you for it. So like, look, because I said so. Right? Man, I tell you, but that's where you got your best lessons. See, but if you help 3 people become level 1 director, look, help 3 people get to level 1, put a blazer on them, give them $1,000 a month, you can become a level 2 director. Level 2 director, first of all, starts off with a corporate car. Yeah. No, y'all don't hear me, because see, there's a lot of companies talk about car programs where you qualify for the car, and then you got to go get the lease on your credit. And then as long as you keep qualifying every month, they'll give you the payment. But if for some reason you stop qualifying, they stop paying you, and now you got a car on your credit, you got to pay for it. Yep. See, it went from being recognition to being a punishment. See, this company didn't want that to ever happen. If we reward you, it's supposed to be a reward. So on the first level, when your credit may not have caught up to your money, you don't have to worry about that. The company pays for the car. The company pays the insurance for the car. And the company puts you on as the driver and gives you the keys and gives you $2,000 a month. That's a $24,000 bonus. You hear what I'm saying? And you're driving a car, a brand new car. You can pick any color you want, as long as it's white. Isn't that something? You can pick the Challenger or the Charger. I know that's a tough decision, but I'll help you. See, if you really, really like your family, you get the Charger. It's got 4 doors. You fit everybody in it comfortably. But if they get on your nerves, you get the Challenger. It's got 2 doors. You can blame it on the car. Every time you get ready to leave, they go, I want to go. You go, I would take you, but it's only got 2 doors. This is what they gave me. And then you speed off, right? See, you blame it on the car. You blame it on the company. You help 3 people become level 2 directors. You get to go to level 3 director. See, look, you helping other people get there so you can move forward. Yes. That's leadership development. Yes. But see, at this level down, you get to choose between a Mercedes CLA 45 AMG, BMW 428i, Jaguar XF. This works a little differently. See, we determined still to never let a reward become a punishment. So we buy the car and lease it to you for $1 for 2 years. And at the end of the 2 years, then we sign the lease over. See, we want you to at least stay here 2 years and drive it around with Surge on it so we get some marketing out of it. We don't want you driving around Surge car doing some other business. Right? But at the end of the 2 years, we sign it over to you, and now, instead of having to pay taxes on the full price, you pay taxes on the depreciated price. Yes. So a $50,000 car would now probably be taxed at $30,000, saving you thousands of dollars. Yes. And we turn around and give you a $4,000 monthly loan. See, you can't. What car would you pick?
I'll take the Lambo.
No. You down here. Ain't no Lambos up there yet. I'm gonna need you to back up. You get a Mercedes, a BMW, Jaguar, and you can put a picture of a Lambo in it. Now, which one do you want out of those 3? Mercedes. What'd you say? Mercedes. Anybody over here? BMW over here? See? You get to pick which vehicle you want. Isn't that something? You don't have to worry about the corporate car. You just park it and get out. That's our responsibility, right? Walk over to your other car, get in, and drive off. Man, what company does that? See, then now you help 3 people become level 3 directors. I'm just telling you the numbers. I know some of you going, well, is it really? I didn't know it was 3. If you calculate it out, it's about 3 people. You become a level 4 director. Isn't that awesome? Yes. At level 4, we go to a whole different program. See, not everybody's going to see what car you drove up in or see you in the parking lot. So to rectify that situation, we go ahead and put a car on your wrist. Yes. See, it don't matter where you are, people realize. You notice my motions change. You'll learn all this. I do a class. I do a Rolex class. I teach you how to give directions. See, you got to go to the right. Then make a left. You see what I'm saying? I teach those kind of classes. See, some of y'all laughing, and it's funny what I'm saying, but it's not necessarily funny when you think about it. There's been plenty of times in my life that I've noticed people treat me differently because they noticed the watch. I've gotten rushed to the front of lines at airports. I've been given special privileges because they assume if you've got that type of watch on your wrist, you must be somebody. And people are always trying to make sure the somebodies are taken care of because the somebodies typically tip better than the other bodies. And so we take you to a whole nother level with that. Isn't that something? See, when you start getting in these categories, this is when it goes to a whole nother level. Starting with level 2, where you get that car. Let me get the level 2 directors come up here and model the Blazer that comes with your car when you get started. All right. Get this fashion show started. Strong J, Bill, strong J. I'm going to need you to work it, Bill. Work it. There it is. I know I'm missing a couple. All right.
They had to go park their cars.
They had to park their Surge cars. Let's give you guys a chance to say a few words.
I'm going to turn this over to Jeannie because she talks better than me.
And that's how we became successful. Hey, I just want to say that many years ago, we were blessed to meet the founders of this great company. And when we saw the opportunity presented to us, we simply said, you know, everybody I know travels. Who will want to travel for less? But we also said, but everybody we know really wants to make some extra income.
Yes.
So I want to talk to the people in this room that are guests. I want to talk to the people who are joining us through the internet today, through Facebook Live. Here's what I want you to hear. Scott gave everybody an opportunity today. He said, you don't need to come up with $499 today. Take advantage of the special at the $199, because as directors, we're not allowed to tell you anything, but I need you to get excited, because what is coming is going to separate us from everybody else. But here's the other thing. You want to be in position for what's coming. You hear me? Today is the day to make the decision to put yourself in position for what's about to come. Get excited. You don't need to even know what it is. I'm telling you, it's worth getting excited. Let's get on board and let's share the excitement with SURGE365.
See what I mean? Partnership at its best. Jeannie's leaking information. Lock her up. Guys, along with the Rolex watch, you could pick a dream vacation or a speed boat if you like to ski, and you get $8,000 a month. You're just a few dollars shy of a $100,000 annual bonus. That's a bonus. Most people don't make $100,000 a year working an 80-hour week. And that's a bonus. So guys, you're talking about next level, but if you help 3 people become a level 4, you get to, let me say something real quick, guys. Everything I'm discussing with you may seem like a dream to you, but somebody has hit every position I'm talking about. See, this is not theory. It's been done. And if you're anything like me, all I need to know is that somebody's done it, because if there's one person that's done it, then I can do it. There's nobody better than me. Not at affairs of the mind. This is business. This is not sport. This ain't the NBA. I don't have to be 6'5". I don't have to be 250 pounds and playing football and be blessed with those kind of genes. Right? I can be me. I'm a supermodel for short and stubby. That's right. People say you got to be in shape. I am in shape. The first original shape is round. Right? Dadgummit. When they teach you your shapes, they don't teach built. How many of you learned what built was? You learned what round was. I'm the most popular shape there is. I ought to start my own magazine. Round Man's Quarterly, right? You hear these? Hey. The women, you hear the women, right? They don't want to stay up and watch no movie on no bumpy stomach. Them muscles, they can't get comfortable. See, I got one of them stomachs, they don't never finish the movie, fall right to sleep. Right? Hey, look, you can go win. At level 5, after you have 3 level 4s, you get to choose between a Lamborghini Hurricane, Ferrari Portofino, 2 or 4-door Bentley. Which would you pick now, my brother? You was waiting for this section. You don't pick that Lambo. What would you pick? The Ferrari. Bentley. Okay, now I have a disclaimer I have to cover with this. Because I want to suggest to each and every one of you that you go test these cars. See, before you write it on your goal sheet and get excited about chasing it, I need you to test them. Because I found out the hard way when we went shopping for my car. Me, Coach, and Scott went to the dealership, and I ran in there like a kid, and I ran up to the Lamborghini, and I jumped in it. Man, I looked like $4 million. I was just sharp. The door opened up. I climbed. Man, it was unbelievable. I said, yeah, I like this one. Let me go tell them I like it. And I tried to get out and couldn't get out. See the way those cars set up? They got a little lip that comes by, and if you can't lift your leg over there, you can't get out the car. And so all of a sudden, I panicked for a minute, and then I went to what I know. I just went ahead and fell out the car and started kicking my feet until I pushed myself away from the car and stood up. I said, see, I can't do that at the restaurant. You can't do that in public. See, I learned the hard way that I can't buy a Lamborghini. I can't fit in and out of a Lamborghini. They've got videos that have gone viral on YouTube of people bigger than me trying to get in and out of these type of cars. I'm so glad that Scott or Coach did not take a video. So there's no real visual evidence of this. But I'm just admitting it to you. You need to go to. So I went over to the two-door Bentley, fit right in, climbed right out. That's the one we got. We bought the two-door Bentley, had it shipped to the house. That's another thing I like about cars at this level. You don't drive them out the dealership. You leave, and then a truck pull up to your house and back it off the truck and deliver it to you. You know what I mean? That's a whole different level of car buying. When you're standing out there like Christmas, just waiting for your car to pull up on the truck. And then me and my wife jumped right in it and took off. Went to breakfast at our favorite place in the Bentley. Couldn't wait to show it all. Pulled up to the drive-thru at McDonald's. Ordered a number 1 and a number 2 with French vanilla coffee. My wife was in the other side making a music video. I think it was Cardi B. Man, don't tell me. Everything we're showing you's been done. And that's a $12,000 monthly bonus. But again, our leaders are incentivized. See, some of you would go, man, that's incredible that they're going to help 3 people get to that level. Yep, they will. Let me tell you why they will. Because at level 6, you get $1 million cash bonus. See, you still have mentorship and people helping you even at that level because now you get a chance to go to this level. And once again, the company's thoughtful. See, the company's going to give you $500,000 cash up front. And then we're going to give you the other $500,000 12 months later. You know why? Because you got to pay the taxes. And if we gave you $1 million up front, you spend it all and then you go to jail for taxes at the end of the year. But see, the way the company does it, it just splits it up for you. So at the end of the year, you still can pay the tax and still will probably have a couple of $100,000 left that you can go finish spending, right? Yeah. See, we don't want your reward to ever become a punishment. And so once you help 3 people, you get to that level. But now you say, so Chris, I mean, they're done, right? Nope, they're still mentoring and helping you because if they help 3 people get $1 million bonus, they get to choose $1 million vacation home, yacht, or motor coach. Which would you pick? The yacht. See, that brother think like me, the yacht. That's what we're doing. We're going to change how we talk and everything, the yacht. You notice that? You don't even say it the same like you regularly talk. As soon as you pick it, you go, the yacht. Yes. Yes. Some of y'all might pick that $1 million Prevost, travel the country, right? It's a mansion on wheels. Or $1 million vacation home in your favorite place that you like to go. See, every level that we're showing you has been hit. So now you got to think by now, Chris, with all that we've gotten, and this company is paying for your toys so you can keep your money and invest it. Yes. So that you can build a legacy for your children's children. First thing people normally do when they get money is run out and buy things to show people how much they got. Well, you got a company that'll pay for you to have things to show people. Yes. So you can keep your money invested in the bank. Isn't that something? Yeah. That's incredible. But we still keep mentoring you because if we help 3 of you get to level 7, you get to level 8 where you get $100,000 a month bonus. That's $1.2 million a year guaranteed for 10 years. And again, It has been done. See, none of this is theory. None of this is make-believe. All of it's been done. And the leaders are incentivized to teach you and help you get to each and every level. Where else do they do that? I didn't think so. So when you think about it, it's really the perfect business that we're showing you. We're showing you a business that's open 24/7. See, they say if you don't have a business on the internet that's open 24/7, you're really not in business. You should be able to make money while you sleep. You should be able to make money on snow days and holidays. A proven success system. As I said, somebody's hit every position. And a chance to be your own boss, like you heard Kelly talk about. We've got the technology to help you build your business with our mobile app and our mobile coaching. You know, we've got unlimited income potential, multiple streams of income. You hear people all the time say, to be successful, you got to have multiple streams of income. And so they go try to do multiple jobs with multiple companies. We got multiple streams of income right here in one company. Scott showed you two, and I just showed you another one. And then within those three are little other ones. If I sat here and broke it down, it's probably 11 or 12 different ways we get paid. There's no experience required, guys. I said if you could just introduce people to people like Scott and other leaders who will explain it for you.
Yes.
That means the key to success here is being a great inviter, being a great introducer, and let other people do the talking. But Chris, aren't I eventually going to have to learn how to talk? Not really. There'll be meetings like this every week somewhere forever. And if you're a great inviter, you can invite people and grow your business and never step in front of a room or hold a microphone in your entire career, if you so choose. Isn't that incredible? Yes. I don't know. You got business expense tracking that makes sure you're set up for your taxes. You got self-development workshops and training like one that we're going to do this afternoon. And the only fee you pay for all the technology and support of being in business for yourself is a $20 monthly fee for all your technology and business. Guys, everything that we have, if you tried to get it individually on your own, would cost you way more than that. Way more than that. Companies always looking for ways to make this simple and affordable. I won't say easy because nothing that's good is easy, but simple and affordable for you to build a business and absolutely change your life. So let me be the first one to say to our guests in the room, now's the time to get started for all the reasons Jeannie leaked. So let me be the first to welcome you to the company and congratulate you on becoming a new CEO.
Good job, Chris. Good job.